Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to our channel. My name is Dimitri Mavraganis and I'm the head instructor at DM Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the city of Lakewood. Now, if you've ever seen me on your screen before, chances are I was teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques to either men, women, or children. Today though, something completely different. I decided to switch it up a little bit, and today we're actually going to be doing a movie review. That's right, movie review. My first movie review, and lucky you, probably my last movie review. So this movie came out on November 20th. It's called Jiu Jitsu. It was directed by a guy named Dimitri Mavraganis, and he also directed, I believe, Kickboxer, one of the reboots of Kickboxer, maybe even two, I could be wrong. But I can't wait to give you guys my thoughts on this. So if you're here for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technique, then you gotta switch to another one of our videos. But if you're here to watch the review, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so for starters, again, first movie review, I think I should tell you what kind of movie this is. When I saw the name, it was obviously something I was very familiar with, Jiu-Jitsu. I thought this has got to be a martial arts movie, and it is, but it's also a sci-fi action movie. So I guess you could say sci-fi action martial arts movie. As far as actors, the first one that comes to mind has got to be Nicolas Cage, right? But I don't usually think of him when I think about martial arts action heroes. And I'm not even going to say that he is that in this. There's no spoilers in this one. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on some of the pieces of the movie, kind of how it went down. But Nicolas Cage is in it, and he's pretty far out. I mean, I think there's like Nicolas Cage, which you see in, most of his old movies. And then there's Nicolas Cage, right? And that's what's in this movie. I mean, he is out there. The next one that comes to mind as far as actors has got to be Tony Jaa. Now, I'm sure there's more popular actors that I should be putting in front of him, but to me, Tony Jaa is a martial arts movie icon. This dude had a movie called Ong Bak, and I think there were 2 or 3 of those movies, but I remember 1 and 2, fantastic. He was kicking ass on a completely different level, and it looked to me anyways like he was doing his own stunts at that time. So Tony Jaa is another major player in the actors of this movie. All right, the next actor that comes to mind is a guy named Elaine Musi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. He was basically a part of the Kickboxer reboot. So most of us remember JeanClaude Van Damme playing a guy named Kurt, who was in Kickboxer #1, right? And Kurt's brother Eric got destroyed by Tong Po, and it was up to Kurt to kind of get back at him. But in the reboot, which was also, I believe, directed by Dimitri Mavraganis, he was playing Kurt, this guy Elaine. So he's in this movie, and I gotta admit, I'm a little bit impressed. I mean, he seems to have some skills. I think after so much martial arts training that I can watch a movie and I can almost tell if the person has some skills just by the way they move. In this one, there was probably 2 or 3 times where I kind of, wow, that's impressive, right? Some of it was actually jiu-jitsu, and most of it was kickboxing or stand-up techniques. That being said, I kind of did a little research on the guy, and it looks like he's trained with Carlos Machado, who's my coach, Rigan Machado's brother. So maybe he has some serious ground skills. I'm not sure. He doesn't show all of them off in this movie, but his stand-up looks legit. Now, the other one is Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo is probably most well-known right now for the series Kingdom, right? Like, everybody's been calling me, have you seen Kingdom? Have you seen Kingdom? I have not seen Kingdom yet. I know it's supposed to be amazing. I can't wait to watch it. I think people think that because I have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or MMA gym that I have to have watched that. And I've been busy. So I'm going to get to it, but definitely it's on my list. And Frank Grillo, at least for me, known for that, right? And the final actor, well, I mean, there's a whole bunch, but the final one I'm going to mention, and I'm proud to say it, is Rigan Machado. You're like, who? Rigan Machado. Rigan Machado is my jiu-jitsu coach. I've known Rigan since 1997. I received my black belt from him back in 2006, and we've been like this forever. He supports my satellite school, so we're all basically a association of the Rigan Machado Jiu-Jitsu team, right? So that's what I run on a daily basis, and I'm super excited for him. I'm glad he's in this movie. I mean, he's been talking about it for quite some time, and I think he does a pretty good job. So I'm going to put him on the list of important actors in this movie, Rigan Machado. So the movie's a little far out there, right? The first thing that came to mind for me was just straight up clean jiu-jitsu martial arts, making the art look incredible. But it's not quite like that. It's pretty far out. It's got an alien named Drax, and Drax is from obviously another planet and shows up to Earth every 6 years to take on, I believe, 8 or 9, I think it was 9 challenges. And he's a martial arts alien, and what he's looking for is a worthy opponent. So this thing shows up, and in this movie, the team that's put together, you know, with all the different actors we spoke about and then some, their job is to, you know, fight him. And I guess it's an honor for them to even be defeated against them. But in this movie, one of the actors, I'm not going to say who, is his main focus. He's the most worthy. So that's pretty much what the movie is. So what does the movie remind me of? I would definitely say that it's pretty far out there. It wasn't what I expected at all. It starts off with Predator. 100% Predator. I see the beginning scenes. You're going to think that in the first probably 5 minutes of the movie, I see what he's talking about. Predator meets Alien, because if you look at the main villain of the movie, he's got this kind of like Geiger alien suit or skin going on. So it definitely looks like Predator meets Alien meets Mortal Kombat. Do you remember the first Mortal Kombat movie? Those were, I don't know, those are, maybe for me it's just nostalgia, I don't know, but it brings me way back. I always love martial arts, so I love that movie. And Predator meets Alien meets Mortal Kombat meets Expendables? That's kind of a far stretch. Like, let's pull that back quite a bit. But the reason I say Expendables is because it's a, you know, group of people who all have some skills that are trying to, you know, defeat their enemy and so on. So you'll kind of see what I mean when you watch it. Those are the 4 movies that this reminds me of the most. Now, I know everybody wants to know, was there a lot of jiu-jitsu in the movie Jiu Jitsu? And I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't think there was. There was probably about 5 moves that I recognized like that. First time I saw it applied, I'm like, oh, that's an armbar, that's a triangle, that's a wrist lock, that's a knee bar, right? So I did see some, but not much. Considering how much fighting was in the movie, and there was a lot, there wasn't a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques, but that's not what the movie was called. It was not called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it was called Jiu-Jitsu, and I think the point of it all was said by Nicolas Cage at one of the scenes. He says, leverage. And leverage is absolutely the most important thing, whether it comes to the old school small joint manipulation from Japan Jiu-Jitsu or the new school, you know, shoulder, elbow, knees, choke, so on, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that we do today. Leverage needs to be in everything. So I agree with that. Even though it doesn't have every single fight scene grappling, well, it's not very camera friendly anyways, it does talk about leverage, and I think that's super important. Okay, so let's talk about the last 2 most important things in my opinion, which is this a good movie and should you watch this movie, right? I'm gonna go with, is it a good movie? I wouldn't put it in the good category. It's all right. It's all right. It's got some good parts, right? It's got a lot of cheesiness to it, and there's a lot of things missing. Like, I want to know more about this alien Drax. I want to know more about how this team was trained, and like I said, it kind of just throws you in there like sink or swim. So in that sense, I would say it's not maybe the best movie, but is it watchable? Should you watch it? Yes, I think you should, because if you like martial arts movies, there hasn't been too many lately, and in this one, you're gonna see good action, right? These guys are, you could tell they put a lot of time into choreographing the fights and things like that, so I would say it's worth checking out. I mean, what do you got to lose? There's a pandemic going on. Most of us are running out of things to watch anyways, so if you're a fan of martial arts, check this one out. So guys, before we wrap this up, I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every person who's been watching our videos, subscribing to our channel, leaving us likes and positive comments. You guys are absolutely incredible. I mean, we're just a small gym in the city of Lakewood, California, and we've had our gym since 2005. We've had our YouTube channel for many years and never had more than 100 subscribers. And recently, in the last 30 days, it has blown up to more than 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a number I never thought I would see, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you very much. I believe wholeheartedly in what we do. We help people through martial arts training, and if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, please leave us a comment below and let us know. We'll be more than happy to produce that content for you and post it on our page. We hope that everybody enjoys it. We hope you guys stay safe, and we're going to see you very soon on the next video.